Oh, that's our music. Wow, we are loud. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to FanFest 2026 here, presented by Starbucks. This, as you know, Dugout Dialogue. How's everybody doing today, huh? Oh, these fans are smart. They realize they're on the big screen, so they're like waving to themselves behind us there. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right, welcome. I'm Brad Adam. This is Angie Menting. We are happy to be back, of course, this year. Very excited about the season, and I think we'll maybe go a few games further than last year.
I would like that.
That'd be the World Series. I like that. I like the sound of that. We're going to kick off today with these four young men, and former #1 draft picks.
That is
Fancy.
Crazy. You know, the thing about, the Mariners organization right now is they're guessing right. I'm not saying they're guessing because they're obviously looking at a lot of data to pick them. But if you're up here on this stage, it means that you are really good. So let's introduce them. Please welcome first-round pick from 2023, Mariners top prospect, Colt Emerson. Fellow first-round pick from 2023, Jonny Farmelo. First-round pick from 2024, Jurrangelo Cijntje. And finally, our most recent first-round pick, number 3 overall in the 2025 draft, Kade Anderson.
Yeah, we're going to start. Yesterday we had these guys, and we were pretty nice to them. Not a lot of hard-hitting questions. Jonny specifically said, "Hey, I want the hard ones today." So Jonny, we were listening to a little Beach Boys music. Colt was singing along. He's a Beach Boys fan.
Yep.
You Beach Boys, yes or no?
I wouldn't say I'm a fan or not a fan. I'm just not familiar with it.
What music do you like listening to?
I listen to a little bit of everything. I like some Drake, some Zach Bryan, country, pop, anything.
Jurrangelo, your musical choice?
Everybody, we want to hear musical choices all the way up and down, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more like a rap music, like a rap, just pretty much it. Like, I don't like the country that much, though.
Like Tyler, the Creator, who are we talking about? Like, who do you like?
I would say Drake, like those type of guys, yeah.
Okay. I have a feeling I know where this one's going, but go ahead and surprise me, Kade.
Yeah, I like country music.
Oh, that did surprise me.
Yeah, a lot of Zach Bryan, Trio Carvalho, a lot of guys like that.
Okay, no techno. I was thinking techno. Mr. Colt, you had cowboy boots yesterday?
Yeah, I like it all. I like great music. I'm a country guy, Zach Top, he's been here a lot. I really like him. Classic, David Allan Coe, Hank Jr. I like rap, I like rock. Nirvana's awesome. Who else? I'm a Drake guy too. Anything that's good, really. I'm here for it.
All right, good. Again, high points for singing the Beach Boys out of the gates. All right, Kate, I'm going back to you. You pitched in, the biggest stages already in your young career. What's one thing that you do when the moment gets big to slow things down?
Yeah, I mean, the Mariners have taught me a lot already, and in those times, you kind of just learn to soak it all in. Like, you only get the one opportunity to be on the biggest stages. So just really trying to live in the moment, take deep breaths, and enjoy it.
Jurrangelo, kind of the same question for you. You've got a big moment in the game, 2 on, 2 out, full count. What do you, how do you maybe execute that pitch? What do you tell yourself? How do you go through a routine to get out of that inning?
It's always like talking to my catcher and like what counts, like what pitch we want to throw and look at the hitter. But it's more like visualize a lot, look at the hitter, look at his swing, and see how we're going to approach that. And it depends like how the count, how his swing is, and how like the scouting report, and it depends how many, like what kind of pitch we're going to throw and attack him with.
Hey, Jonny, speed can change the game. And even if you don't have a whole lot of speed, from Josh Naylor last year,
30 stolen
3%.
bases.
Exactly. It's just absolutely crazy. But you steal bases more traditional way. How do you decide like when it's the right time to be aggressive?
Yeah, I think you got to know the situation. You got to know who's up, how many outs, how the game is going. But then it's also just kind of a math equation. The first base coach usually gets a time for the pitcher, how fast he throws it to the catcher, and what the catcher's arm is. And so if I think I can beat it, I'm usually going to go.
I want to stick with the pitchers here, Jurrangelo. What kind of advice are you telling Cade as he's getting ready for his first season, professional ball, first spring training? What are you kind of telling him to be ready for?
I tell him to stay ready, so he starts throwing with his right arm. I mean, it's just always just competing and just like approach, like look at the hitter, like talk to your pitching coach, your players around you, and it's more like attack the hitters. It's like you already pitch in the biggest stage already, so it's kind of like you just go out there and compete and just obviously have fun with the boys, and it's pretty much like compete, always compete.
Colt, people talk all the time about your high baseball IQ. How much do you study? How much do you consider yourself a student of the game? Do you look at a lot of film? What do you do?
I watch the guys around me. I've been fortunate enough to be around like the pro guys here, the guys here in the show, and watching them and watching everything they do, and just kind of picking apart each guy and taking a little bit of information that I see from them and kind of fitting it into my game and seeing if it works. And if it works, I keep it. If it doesn't work, I don't use it because, you know, every guy's different. But, you know, there's a lot of guys on the team here that have been here, have been in the show for multiple years. And you know, that's the thing is it's hard to stay in the show multiple years. And I look at guys like that and kind of see what works for them and see if it works for me. And if it doesn't work for me, I don't do it. But if it works for me, you know, it's a lot of example based.
All right, hey, we want a reminder as well that we've got 2 microphones set up on the aisles here. So if you've got a question for these guys, you can start lining up. We'll take some audience questions in just a bit. But we're going to keep firing questions for now. I'm going to go with Jonny here. I don't like to put this in your head, but, I mean, everybody slumps. So when you are in a slump, what are some of the things you do to try to get out of that? Do you have any weird, like, baseball superstitions?
Yeah, I try to not be superstitious. So I say I'm not superstitious, but I'm probably going to wear the same pair of socks every day. I'm going to wash them, but I'll stick to the same pair of socks. But if I'm slumping, I really try and get aggressive and really put the ball in play early in the count. With my speed, when I'm putting the ball in play, I'm probably going to get a hit every now and then, even if it's a cheap one. So if I'm slumping, I'm probably striking out a lot. So I'm going to be aggressive and try and get into good counts and put the ball in play hard.
I was just going to follow that up with Colt. Same thing. Like, what do you do? And again, not that you guys have struggled very much over your careers, but he's aggressive. Do you get more patient, pitch selection, or are you of the same mindset where you're trying to do damage to the first pitch that you can reverse?
Yeah, for sure. I most of the time when I'm slumping, that means I'm chasing a lot, and I try to shrink the strike zone more than what it is, so I'm only swinging at the pitches that are really in the middle of the plate. And another thing is, too, I go back and look at video. I look at video of how I'm hitting right now and how I've hit it when I felt the best in the past. I've saved multiple videos of when I've been, like, blacked out hitting-wise. Like, I'm not even thinking, I'm just doing it. And I look back to those videos and I compare them side by side to what I'm doing now if I'm struggling. And then I try to get back to that.
All right, I've got one for the pitchers here, as you guys can continue to line up and ask these guys some questions. I'll start with Cade. Jurrangelo, your second. Same question. On start day, Angie and I have been around for a long time. We've seen a lot of starting pitchers, and they're all a little bit different on their day to start. What is it like for you and kind of your process on start day? Are you approachable? Can people talk to you? Do you not talk to people? Do you have the same meal you eat every time? What's start day like for you?
Yeah, for me, I'm not really superstitious at all. I try to joke around with the guys, really not trying to think about it too much. I try to just repeat it like it's just another day. If you try to look into it too much, I feel like it kind of causes problems sometimes. But yeah, very, very approachable. I'm not one of those guys that like doesn't talk to anyone on game days, but yeah, there are those guys out there for sure.
For me, I would say in college, I used to be like, oh, I got it locked in. I don't have to talk to nobody. But I think since I got drafted, it was kind of like a mentality of like, I mean, you're already here. I mean, your teammates, they are here. Like, everybody's here with you. Why not just enjoy it and then just have fun in the dugout, in the locker room? It's just take your mind away from what you got to do. And when it's time to lock in, you're locked in. So that was pretty much it for me.
I'm going to stay with the pitchers, and I'm just curious. You know, every single spring training, we get there, and especially somebody like Logan Gilbert, we're like, all right, what's new? What's next? Seems like they're always tinkering, adding in pitches. Is that something that you do, or are you just trying to sort of get control of the arsenal you have right now?
I'm just trying to take control of that and just keep working and trying to make the pitches better, like probably throwing like different counts, how you can land pitches, and it's trying to make sure you can throw all single pitch for strike, and you just keep working on it. But until for me now, it's just keep working on all my pitches that I'm throwing.
Yeah, for me, I think like the coolest thing about pitching is the fact that it's never technically good enough, and you're always trying to work on something. So just having that mindset, just to be open-minded about maybe trying to learn a new pitch, what can kind of get hitters out easier. So just having that mindset has really helped kind of just extend my career.
All right, I've got one more here before we turn things over to the audience, and it's about cooking. It's getting in that kitchen, and Colt Emerson claims to be a pretty darn good chef. Can anybody corroborate that, back that up? Have you guys had meals that Colt's made? Yes? Like what?
Good steak. I know the steak is good.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so Colt, when did this kind of affinity for cooking start for you? When did you start getting into cooking?
Yeah, my father, so growing up my whole life, you know, I'd have birthday parties or whatever, and he's a big smoker, so he's got a Traeger, and he would do pork butt, pork shoulder, whatever it is. It was mainly, my favorite meal growing up was pulled pork sandwich. So any chance I got to ask him to do that, I did it. And he set us such a great example with that, and it just gave me a passion to cook, and you know, being able to be a good cook is like almost like gold. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to go out to eat to have a 5-star meal. You can make that yourself, and you can determine what ingredients, if you want to eat good, if you want to eat bad. You know what I mean? So that's where it comes from.
What's the go-to meal for you? What's your favorite to cook? What's your best dish?
Oh wow! If you would have asked me that a year ago, I'd say steak. But now, you know, I feel like, you can ask Jonny this too, because we were roommates, but I feel like I've mastered the breakfast burrito.
Mastered?
That's a lot of ingredients. That's not easy to do.
I know
What's the secret?
The secret? It's the way you wrap the burrito. I am very OCD about everything. It can't be sloppy. It's got to be, every aspect about it's got to be perfect. And I know Jonny can attest to it, but the way the burrito's shaped is the biggest part. But it's a seasoning too. You can't have a bland breakfast burrito.
Sorry, I don't mean to beat the dead horse on the burrito, but I mean, what do we got here? We got like potatoes, we got meat, we got eggs, bacon. What?
So when I'm in a rush, it's sausage, egg, and cheese. That's it. But when we got time to figure it out, and it's potatoes, onions, peppers, and then sausage, egg, and cheese, or bacon, egg, and cheese, whatever you want.
Do you go salsa inside or outside the burrito?
So I got this habanero hot sauce that I go with. It's called Yucateca, and it'll burn your face off. But less is more with that. But it fits with the breakfast burrito perfectly. And I could talk all day about this, but I love it.
These were the hard-hitting questions that we wanted to hit.
These are what they're waiting for.
Okay.
They wanted all morning for the hard-hitting questions. Now, you guys take it easy on them, because we were pretty hard on them, all right? So let's turn things over to the audience. We'll start with young man here.
All right, thank you. This is for Kade and Jurrangelo. I know as young pitchers in the organization, you guys have both attended High Performance Camp, also known as Gas Camp. Can you share with us anything about how that experience affected you? Had you ever seen anything like that before?
I think for me it was pretty good, especially to be out there, like you know, just be early, like to the camp, and just be playing baseball. I think that that's just a good opportunity to be around like all those guys too, and just having fun. Like baseball is fun, so why not just go out there and enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a really good experience. They work you hard. Like there's some days where you're on the ground, not sure if you're going to make it or not, but it's a cool experience just to learn from the guys and really be able to get after it.
That was a darn good question. Nicely done. Let's pop over here. Oh, you got the glove and the City Connect. Are you going to go out in the outfield and play some catch?
Yeah. I'm also trying to like throw in the bullpen a little bit. So this one's for Jurrangelo. How long did it take you to become a switch pitcher, or like when did you start being a switch pitcher?
I started playing baseball when I was 6, but around 7, so I'm a natural lefty. I started throwing with my right arm when I was like around 7, and then I keep doing that since like to high school, and then I see like I can be good at it, and I'm just trying to keep working hard every day and don't put your head down. It's always looking forward to do good things.
Well, I just like to say, Ange, have you noticed how these seats have really filled up? I mean, these 4 guys are bringing out the fans here today. I appreciate that. All right, let's go over here. Wow, huh?
This one's for Kade and Jurrangelo again. I just wanted to know, what's the key to 90?
Wait, what was that?
What's the key to 90?
Oh.
Right?
I don't know. It just one day I get on the mound and I throw a 90, so I don't know. Maybe probably focus just in all my career, it just be like mechanics and stuff. Just trying to sit more like in your back leg, and then that help you to like go down the mound.
Yeah, I think if you're getting into pitching, worrying about velo is probably not the right thing in the first place. If you really work on accuracy, I think the velo will come with time. But obviously working out, taking care of your body, nutrition really helps out as well.
I like to hear that because I think so many young players right now are chasing the gun versus accuracy. They're throwing versus pitching. Which side are we on? This side. You're up.
Staying on the topic of food, what's your guys' favorite pregame meal?
I'm going to just go with steak and rice. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, for me, we played, 140 some games last year. All 142 games or whatever, I ate the same Chipotle bowl every single day. Every single day, and I'm not even lying about that.
Yes. You back with another question? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I want to.
For me too, it's always Chipotle, like rice and chicken. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I like to mix it up, kind of just whatever I'm feeling that day. Most likely a sandwich of some sorts. Chipotle is a good answer, but whatever.
Very cool. I have a question for you, Jonny, because, it's not something that anybody wants to find themselves in the situation where they're hurt, but you've had to go through that process. And what was the hardest part about being injured? What did you learn about yourself throughout that process?
Yeah, I think the hardest part for me was it was just very humbling, like getting hurt and being somewhat injury prone, because like when someone tells you you're not good at baseball or you're swinging and missing too much or you got to do this or that, you're like, all right, great, I'm going to get better, I'm going to work at it. But when you're struggling with injuries, there's really nothing you could do except for just prepare and try and recover as much as you can. So I think it was very humbling for me, but it also has allowed me to enjoy the game more and really not take this job for granted. So that'd be the positive part.
Yeah, we'll let him ask another question.
All right.
Thank you. All right, this one is for Colt. I'm curious, so I know, you came out of high school as a hitter, drafted by the Mariners organization here in Seattle, actually, and you came into professional baseball and sort of ripping the cover off the baseball right away. So was there anything between high school and your first professional games that the Mariners had an effect on, or were you just kind of that same guy and they told you to just go be you?
I'd say the way that I felt supported from the fans to the staff played a big role. You know, I was 17 at the draft, and I was still 17 when I started playing. And as a teenager, you know, it's tough being shipped out to AZ by yourself. You know, I played a lot of summer ball where I was by myself, but like, it's the West Coast, and you know, you're meeting new people. There's big expectations, but for me, just the support that I felt from the fans and the staff played a huge role.
Excellent. Hey, thank you guys so much for all of your questions. Guys, thank you so much for being here for another edition of our Dugout Dialogue. And stick around, folks, because coming up next on Dugout Dialogue presented by Starbucks, we've got Josh Naylor in just a few minutes.